Sensation and perception. All right. The brief contents: introduction to perception, introduction to physiology of perception, introduction to vision, the visual cortex and beyond, perceiving objects and scenes, visual attention, taking action, perceiving motion, perceiving color, perceiving depth and size, sound audit and the auditory system, and pitch perspection or perception. Sound localization and the auditory scene, speech perception, the cutaneous senses, the chemical senses, and perceptual development. What is introduction to perception? Let's check that out. Oh yeah, wow. There's a lot of in-depth. That was a short. Yeah. That was very much the short table of contents, because there's like 5 pages of different things. Like it goes into the. Sorry, I'm talking not loud enough. But it goes very much in depth. So we'll start with the introduction to perception. Why read this book? The most obvious answer to this question, why read this book, is that it's required reading. Absolutely horrendous. All right, the material in this book is also relevant to future student studies. No. I'm not trying to go to school. I'm trying to dig in and get what I'm supposed to get. Why do I need to have someone teach me this instructor's edition of sensation and perception when I can just have the instructor's edition and teach myself? All right, the perceptual process. One of the messages of this book is that perception does not just happen, but is the end result of complex behind-the-scenes processes, many of which are not available to your awareness. An everyday example of the idea of behind-the-scenes process is provided by what's happening as you watch a play in the theater. While your attention is focused on the drama created by the characteristics in the play, another drama is occurring backstage. An actress is rushing to complete her costume change. An actor is pacing back and forth to calm his nerves just before he goes on. The stage manager is checking to be sure the next scene change is ready to go, and the lighting director is getting ready to make the next lighting change. Just as the audience sees only a small part of what is happening during a play, your perception of the world around you is only a small part of what is happening as you perceive. One way to illustrate the behind-the-scenes processes involved in perception is by describing a sequence of steps, which we call the perceptual process. The perceptual process, shown in figure 1.1, I'll show in just a second, is a sequence of processes that work together to determine our experience of and reaction to stimuli in the environment. We will consider each step in the process individually, but first let's consider the boxes in figure 1, which divide the process into 4 categories: stimulus, electricity, experience, and action, and knowledge. Let's find figure 1. Where are we? Here we go. Right here. You can pause it, whatever. It's up to you. Kind of look at it though. Figure 1.1, the perceptual process, the steps in this process are arranged in a circle to emphasize that the process is dynamic and continually changing. See text for descriptions of each step in the process. Okay, we got stimulus, electricity, experience and action. And then we got knowledge at the top. Under stimulus, environmental stimulus, attended stimulus, stimulus on the receptors. Under electricity, we got transduction, transmission, and processing. And experience and action, we have knowledge, and which is like a subcategory, and then perception, recognition, and action. I don't want to get too much into this because, I mean, it goes into each one of them. Again, it has pictures for everything. Oh, yeah, no, this is actually really interesting. I don't want to go too much into it, but it's really talking about how, like, the environmental, the process 1 through 9, what I just said, right? And then the pictures right here kind of show you the story. So we'll just go through the pictures, excuse me. So this is picture 1, this is 2, 3. You can pause and go through your 9 as you want. There's 6, 7, or 3, or 4, 5, and 6 over here. There you go. And then let me show you 7, 8, and 9. 7, 8, 9. Boom. So it goes through everything really simple. Yeah, I mean, for it to be the introduction, this is extremely interesting, and I mean, it's basic, but it's common sense, right? But for someone to break it down, I never really thought about it. I never really broke down the process of how it works in my brain, but it's always good to know. And if that's the beginning of this, then this book is going to be great. Because you got the introduction to vision, like how your brain works or how your eyes and everything work. This is going to be fascinating. So since it's a textbook, I will be reading every page and every word, and I will be giving my reviews for every chapter. So look out for that. And we will be going over sensation and perception. Wow, let me be your teacher.